There are pictures of my great-grandparents hanging on the wall. They were born at the beginning of the last century. Please pay attention to the feet of these two ladies. Just like thousands of Chinese women at that time, their feet became much smaller than normal due to foot binding, and they are commonly known as 3-inch golden lotus in China. Foot binding originated in China's Song dynasty. At that time, people in the society believed that women were beautiful only if they had small feet. After women had their feet bound, they would stagger when they walked, which reflected a kind of morbid beauty. That was a kind of confinement and oppression of women in the feudal and male-dominated society. With these questions in mind, I went to a small mountain village in Yunnan province, in the southwest border of China, where my father was born and raised, to visit the only two elderly ladies with small feet left in the village. This small mountain village is located in the mountains of the southwest plateau. It may be named Dapingzi because there's a flat land in this area. From Beijing to here, you first need to take a 3-hour flight, then take a 2-hour train, and drive 2 hours on the winding road after that. Although this place is poor and backward, the natural environment of these mountains makes it somehow peaceful and calm, and the people here are very simple and kind. Since I was very young, I would stay here for a period of time over summer vacation, playing with relatives and friends in my hometown, climbing the mountains to herd cattle and observe animals. Experiencing the primitive life in mountain village is very striking. Perhaps due to the isolation and backwardness here, the custom of foot binding continued until the 1940s, and even elderly people with foot binding can still be seen today. Of course, the elderly ladies with foot binding are already over 90 years old. In a few years, we may no longer see women with bound feet in China at all, but this history should not be forgotten, so I wanted to use a camera to record it. This is my father's aunt, who turned 90 this year. She and her husband have been living in Dapingzi. After her husband's death 2 years ago, she moved to Kunming to live with one of her sons. Because she doesn't speak Mandarin, my father spoke Yunnan dialect to her for the interview.
你今年稀岁是跟人家90岁了
90啊
，34年的，你比我妈大9岁。
啊，更大9岁啊。
稀岁应该是90岁了。
稀岁是10岁。
稀岁是90岁了，你要想
长90了，对，你也长着了。
从3岁就开始就要拢脚。
3岁嘛，叫正上些孩子啊，叫正上些裹脚。叫正到裹大，正上些后辈子长大。我就是就拢脚了。拢了嘛，等到前面这把这个脚嘛这拢了嘛拢的。等到最后是这个脚要是这个脚要是最瘦够的呢，骨头是裹断的呢。
哦。
我就说是这些老人啊，我说是你们咋样个裹的？那些老人说那几年是不裹脚，说脚大了没的人要夹不掉，我说夹不掉嘛算了嘛。我整个火车我就夹不掉嘛算了。
哪个帮你裹的呢？
我妈。
妈一般都是妈帮他
裹嘛。
那你刚裹的时候，按理说是都下不得地嘛，没事基本就。
那得小嘛2-3岁，2-3岁裹嘛，裹到最后嘛，就是脚腰也移断了，就我这才能就不疼。
等于说从3岁的时候就开始裹，其实也是刚开始小的时候，其实也能下地。
就不给他小时候那会嘛也不会走手的，人家妈家改几个也很会走，也不给走干，就是也走的，也走的，还是混跑很啥，家裹嘛是太，脚腰嘛就要酸了耐不着，这些酸了。站起来耐不住，就是要给他慢慢习惯了就好。
那是从什么时候就开始有人不裹脚了？是解放了以后吗？
解放以后。对，
解放以后就不裹脚了是吗？
就不裹了嘛。
就不让裹了。
解放以后嘛就不裹。解放以后嘛还叫我们要放的嘛，放不掉。
就放下就硌是吧？硌着。
就是要去裹的。
在大坪子主要就是在大坪子耕地嘛，就夏天种田。
大坪子可是也是种地园照常。
种地嘛，
也就是也还是正常去工作。
是我们多得很。我一早可还抱着娃娃干，是那些石头抱着娃娃还背着落叶子，一人多，还不是那会嘛要我说的，传给你的。
哎，苦尽甘来，后来就好了嘛。
不是的是。
Although Grandma has never attended school herself, she attaches a great importance to the education of her children. She raised 7 children throughout her life. Her eldest son was the first university student in the village. The other 2 sons also went to college, and her 4 daughters went to high school. She even encouraged me this time.
为啥写算法也是那个好？先把你是一个省官发财的人啊，那天好呢考个些金科状元，农家就增光了。
Leaving my dad's aunt's house, we returned to Dapingzi to visit Grandma Chen in the village. She is the mother of my father's friend, where she is currently 97.
那会儿你3岁就弄脚了
，3岁就弄脚
，3岁就弄脚了。3岁弄脚嘛，哟，这个就是讲古老的话了嘛。果不小是嫁不掉，也不要，要不就果小点嘛也才要。你说我妈说果了是拿针把这个果脚缝在脚上。
哦，用针把果脚缝，怕你死了干。
拿针把这个果脚缝在这个脚上。缝的不有疼了嘛，勒痕了嘛，疼了嘛，怕我改。
直接缝死了。
那缝那针就是头先把果脚缝死的。我们这一般是后头还不是完全，多的嘛，完全都弄的嘛，你我弄了也弄不下去了嘛。大了嘛，完全是大脚了嘛。
等于说政府是已经不让裹了，但是自己很多还在偷的裹的，给啥？
偷的还在弄的嘛。
你像我妈他们就没裹了嘛，后头等于说也想开了，给啥？
后头这一班就我们脚下这一班就少了。这个屋德里家就是就说我2个2嫂，3弟这里也是弄的，那个还读书，那个还怕走初中啊，那个初中也小我1岁，去了好几年了，我2嫂。
Although Grandma Chen is already 97 years old, she has a very clear mind and she is also very talkative. She still remembers many family teachings and encourages me.
规矩上楼梯嘛，步步高升啦。
你听懂了吗？
步步高升啦。那说这句话完全都是，扶持你。你才大点年纪，我也狠得很。就是说规矩爬楼梯，步步高升。
These 2 elderly women, as representatives of rural women at the beginning of the last century in China, are at the bottom of the society. They were influenced by the traditional ideas of the male-dominated society at that time, and willingly imprisoned their feet. They had no right to receive education or work. They could only silently endure the pain caused by their deformed feet, living strong and working tirelessly to raise children, and to take care of their family members at home. With the progress of the society, the democratic revolution in China at the beginning of the last century overthrew the feudal dynasty and introduced Western ideas of democracy and human rights. It was only then that China gradually achieved gender equality, and women's rights were guaranteed. My cousin Long Jiao went to college through hard work and later came to work with my father in Beijing, where she started a family and had her own daughter. She left the poor mountains through her own efforts and became a modern independent urban woman, helping parents in the village to improve their living standards and providing a better life and education for her daughter. Through this interview, I have also become more determined that I want to go further to see the world and learn, not only to learn advanced science and technologies, but also to learn advanced ideas and concepts. One day, I will return to this mountain again, like my father, to build my hometown and to make it a better place. I hope that through my efforts, the backward mountain villages in China like here can become more beautiful and prosperous in the future, and the people there can live a happier life.